time is 10:29. We'll start in a minute. So it's 10:30. Yeah. So good morning, everyone. My name is Mahendran, and today I welcome you everyone for this webinar. The topic is riding the Salesforce wave, and I thank you everyone on behalf of American Tamil Entrepreneurs Association. So who we are? So American Tamil Entrepreneur Association is a business-focused, non-profit, non-political, membership-based organization. So we are trying to create a platform for exchanging business ideas, seeking mentorship, investments, making connections, and creating an atmosphere for entrepreneurial thinking among Americans of Tamil origin and NRIs. So we have following chapters like Silicon Valley chapter, Northeast chapter, Pennsylvania, Delaware chapter, Washington DC chapter, Midwest, and the more and more chapter is coming throughout America. So ATEA will not restrict its activities just to serve the Tamil community, but will expand to serve the Indian diaspora in the USA. So what we do? So ATEA's vision is link, learn, and lead. So we just wanted to link all entrepreneurs, mentors, angels, VCs, industry executives, co-founders, employees, learn. So this is what we are doing is one of ATS vision, learn. So creating learning and educational opportunities in entrepreneurship, innovation, ideation, validation, fundraising, scaling, etc. Lead. Help members take the lead to become entrepreneurs, scale, grow, exit, and give back to the community. So practice of giving. So ATA believes in not only just becoming an self-sustained entrepreneurship, we just wanted to give back to the community. So our members of the board and executive team operate with a charitable mindset that has nurtured positive public relation, high team morale, and high quality networking groups. So what's next? So we have membership. Feel free to become ATA annual member. Right now, what we do is like $75 per year. So there is student membership, which is like $50 per year, and charter member like $1,500 per year for business owners. So programs, what we do is meetups, workshops, hackathons, startup pitches, conference, boot camps, youth program, mentoring session, women-specific entrepreneurship, and career events. So we thank you everyone, and I welcome all the speakers. Let me jump in to introduce the speakers. So today's webinar topic is Riding the Salesforce Wave, and it is hosted by American Tamil Entrepreneur Association Northeast Chapter. So the agenda is Mr. Suchin Rengan. He's a senior director for Salesforce. He's a certified technical architect. So he's going to talk about the fourth industrial revolution and digital transformation, dominating technologies in the fourth industrial revolution, scaling product portfolio, customer 360 platform, and Salesforce Economic certification and training. And we also have Mr. Andi Giri. He's the founder and CEO of SoftSquare Biz. He's going to talk about the Salesforce products and various range of products and the product development in Salesforce ecosystem. And he joined from Chennai. And we have Mr. Parameswar Soni. He has like close to 2 decades of IT experience. He will be dealing majorly in the Salesforce training related aspects he would be training. So I welcome all the speakers, I welcome all the attendees, and I welcome all the folks during this tough COVID-19 situation. The objective is it is a good opportunity for everyone to change technologies and learn new skill set, equip ourselves for this in this tough economy. So ATS objective is to link, learn, and lead. So we wanted to equip everyone, whoever wants some help in their career journey. ATA is there to help you. So with this, I don't take much time. I pass on the presentation to Mr. Suchin Rengan, followed by Mr. Andi Giri and Parameshwar Soni. So welcome, Suchin. I am making you as presenter. Please go ahead. And he would be talking for 30 minutes on the Salesforce digital transformation. Welcome, Mr. Suchin Rengan.
Well, I want to thank ATEA for providing this opportunity at these uncertain times. It's an amazing ability for us, for our community to come together in these uncertain times. And as Mahendran mentioned, this is an opportunity for everyone to really kind of link and learn and in fact lead. And that's one of the things that we want to do here as part of Salesforce is like, what are the opportunities us as individuals have in these uncertain times, looking forward in terms of what our career can be and what opportunities can be gained from emerging technologies like Salesforce, and learn from respective individuals like Andi and Parmeshwar, who have had a lot of experience in this space. So I just want to talk about forward-looking statements. So I will, maybe if I mention some of the things which are more part of our Salesforce product roadmap, make your buying decisions based on what is currently available today. So as Mahinder mentioned, I've been with Salesforce for quite a while now. It's been almost 12 years that I've worked for this company. I started my career as a technical architect, and now I run a practice here within our innovation and technology programs, and we cater to several large customers and trying to understand how we can drive value using Salesforce. So I'm a Salesforce technical architect. I've written a lot of blogs and white papers, and some of my articles have been featured in magazines like CIO.com. I also have US patents. And really, for my side, I try to drive thought leadership. And I'm the intersection between where our products strategy happens and where innovation trends begin to shape up, and what I can actually go and talk to my customers in these situations. In fact, in situations where things are uncertain, in situations where they feel competitive threat, and what Salesforce can do to help enable them to be more successful. So I'm going to really talk about a few things, right? What's happening in today's world? How is the world shaping up, and what our customers and organizations need to be subscribing to, so that they understand what's happening around them, and they are paving way for a more successful way to operate, more successful way to grow and succeed in this fourth industrial revolution. And also, I'm going to talk about our products, Salesforce products and Salesforce Economy, what opportunities individuals have, and then I will let Andi and Parmeshwar talk about, specifically Andi, talk about what entrepreneurs have in building and developing applications on Salesforce platform, and Parmeshwar from in terms of what individuals have as opportunities to lead a career in Salesforce across various types of roles that they can. So really quick, as we all know, we are in this fourth industrial revolution, and every industrial revolution we have seen a significant impact to the mankind. Ever since our first industrial revolution, which really brought about locomotives and powering plants, and enabling us to connect cities to electricity, where it helped power the way manufacturing can drive and significantly enhance human mankind and mass production, if you will. And the age of computing, where we all know what it did, where we are able to better connect with people and the network, and we are able to understand the nuances of how we can get news in a very rapid pace and information in a rapid flow. Now, what we are experiencing is far more greater. We call this as a fourth industrial revolution. We call this as a connected ecosystem. And the reason is that everything seems to be very, very, very connected, right? Right from humans connecting to their friends and families who are some other corner of the world. Everything is so well informed, and the whole data exchange that is happening is what is really putting the revolution in the spotlight. And what it has done is that, as you've seen even in the fourth industrial revolution, change is never slow. Right from the ages of computing, where we produce a lot of technologies, it has significantly impacted the way, or our ability to automate, to process information, to do something good for the mankind. What we have seen is that over the past couple of decades, this change has been very rapid, right? We have seen the emergence of technologies like big data, machine learning, artificial intelligence, blockchain, quantum computing, 5G revolution that is transforming telecom, and genomics that is truly transforming the way we are understanding human beings and stem cells. So there is quite a bit of rapid revolution that has come up, and all this is powered by technology. If you look at any aspect of how any industry is growing, the enabler happens to be technology. And a lot of companies have embraced technology as a means to really drive business growth and put their business, make their business more competitive and put their business ahead of their competitors. And again, what we are seeing is that as part of the fourth industrial revolution, companies are making major investments. We have seen that about $646 billion invested in companies trying to acquire, companies trying to adopt fourth industrial revolution technologies. But what is happening is they are seeing like slow returns, and I'll talk quite a bit about like what is it that is impacting us from the slow returns. And as I said, before, fourth industrial revolution is really putting spotlight on the data explosion or the data revolution. And we've seen like in this digital age, 44 trillion gigabytes of data has been produced, and it's just going to be massive, right? So all this data, by the way, what I'm saying here is available for the organizations and companies to figure out how do they better connect with their consumers and partners and customers. Also, we are projecting that there are, so in fact, not just projecting, it's in 2019, the cloud providers, namely, all the big technology companies, including Salesforce, they had annual revenues of about $366 billion, which is amazing, right from what we felt was on-premise platforms and transition into cloud platforms like Salesforce. There is an amazing amount of shift that is happening, and many companies are now adopting cloud as a means to become the strategic technology platform that is going to power them. So again, now cloud undeniably is where the growth is. Disruptions are happening absolutely because of technology. And customers, in fact, organizations are always looking for technology as a means to enable and put them ahead of the curve in terms of competition. And you have examples, right? You see like how Uber completely dominated the market, how Airbnb is dominating the hospitality market. You could see like, other thing, Amazon as an example, how it is completely diminishing, the brick and mortars of retails and transforming how the customer's retail experience has to be. So all of that, as you can imagine, has been powered through technology. And when we talk to our CIOs, so this is what I do. I speak to a lot of CXOs and CIOs, and we're seeing also the shift in their mandate, right? Where CIOs initially, where their role was subject to how do they operate, how do they really support their business. So now what we are seeing the CIOs being a change instigator, where they want to be leading and innovating and doing something for the organization to enable like technology as a means to fuel or funnel the growth of their business. And of course, we are in uncertain times, and this is what has happened. So now we are facing another rapid situation, right? While the plan is happening with CIOs and everyone trying to adopt, suddenly these situations happen. COVID-19 has happened. And in fact, if I go back to some of the CIOs and ask them, this is a funny thing that I got on WhatsApp, is that what's really fueling your digital transformation? Some may just say it's because of COVID-19. We need to think differently because we never expected this thing to happen, and many of us never expected this thing to happen. But yeah, things happen, and what needs to happen is how do we be more resilient? What can we do to still operate? And these are the business challenges. Like a lot of our customers are not able to even talk to their other customers. They are seeing significant impacts in their sales, in their business. They are not able to even operate, and they are not able to resume production. So these are tough times. These are absolutely tough times for many businesses. It's uncertainty ahead of us in terms of what it is. But as we all know, right, with any of these situations, we power through. We absolutely come through strong, and things will happen. Things will happen for the better good. And so, what we have to think is that what do we need to do now to better enable ourselves so that we are positioned for a better success once we get out of COVID-19. And this is a recent article I just saw, and which is very, very accurate, and it's actually very profound. Someone from Gartner mentioning that it's obvious that right now we need digital channels, products, and operations, because that is what is enabling businesses to sustain. You cannot be just going into a facility and thinking how I operate. Rather, how do I shift my mindset and think of like working from home and building my capabilities of selling, servicing, and that's what I'll talk about briefly as well. And also it's a wake up call, right, for many organizations, and think in terms of like what they could have done, to be more resilient by investing in digital business. And something that, it's always an afterthought, right? Things happen and then we react to it. But many organizations that have actually shifted their technology capability and made investments in digital platforms, they are the ones who are able to better mitigate and impact and face this impact. So again, that's what it's all about, right? As we move into this new digital age, we need to have a new mindset. We need to have a better ways that we are able to conduct business. So shifting from just working in isolation within our facility, it's about like how do I cater to new demands where I'm able to work from home, I'm able to sell from home, I'm able to service my customer and still be connected with my customers from home. How am I able to collaborate with my employees from home? So I think those are the kind of things that any of the CIOs are now thinking is that, how do I go break away from my traditional mindset to deliver goods and enable what is there from my organization back to customers through home and wherever we are. I know it's very difficult. I know I'm just saying this, but many of the hospitality and other industries are severely impacted. So it's not like easy just to say like, hey, can you conduct business from home? Absolutely, my intent is not like just saying you can do everything from home, but the intent here is that like what is the business transformation? What are some of the lessons we are learning where we can be more resilient from the ways we are able to operate? So as an example, I work with a large hospitality chain, and they are actually in a similar situation, but they are thinking new ways in terms of how they are trying to conduct business, right? So they are trying to feel like the transition from being a hospitality to becoming more of a travel marketplace, and having the ability where customers are able to learn a lot of their products and engage with them is what they're seeing like is more beneficial to them. So I think those are the kind of shift in the mindset that ultimately is going to result in a more positive outcome. So I'm going to spend a few minutes now talking about Salesforce itself. And Salesforce, as you all know, is a company that has been in existence for over 20 years now. And I've been very fortunate and being to be with this company and seeing this growth. And every year, we feel the pride in terms of being recognized by so many these big institutions who have recognized us for like being the most innovative company, the top company to or the best place to work for, and companies like Barron's who are talked about most sustainable companies. So it was really very humbling, to be honest, or to say the least, to be part of this journey with Salesforce that has done so good, not just from a technology, but also from communities and doing good for nonprofits and NGOs. And honestly, all of this is only possible with our ecosystem, right? With our customers who have been so tied to us and so uh, gracious to us to understand and help us innovate, and also with our partners who are doing the same thing. They are looking at our platform and figuring out new ways in terms of how we could augment or they could augment with solutions and things like that. Yeah, Salesforce is definitely a market leader by large means, in CRM space. So year over year, we're gaining the market share. And the only reason I would say, or the biggest one of the reasons, is becoming more customer centric, is to really understand, the customer needs and drive innovation, towards that. And as I said, Salesforce is not just a company of technology, but it's a company that is really doing so good with the community. And it's all about, when we started the company, it was about a 1-1-1 model, which is 1% of our equity, 1% of our products, 1% of our employee time is going to be dedicated towards the betterment of the community. So ever since, we have contributed 4.8 million hours towards community services. 310 million grants have been provided to NGOs, nonprofits, and even like small tech startups, as well as 45,000 nonprofits or organizations have used Salesforce to enable their operations, enable their business. And we are also proud to support UN's sustainable goals, the 17 goals out there. Many of which, in fact, Salesforce is sponsoring through means where we are able to impact public education, climate change, and also enabling the pledge to American workers, where veterans and other like folks who are in need of transition. We are helping them bring them into the limelight and spotlight by giving them a better career path. And even in these situations, Salesforce is doing that. Salesforce has come up with Salesforce Care Solutions to help customers with COVID-19. So a lot of the things which are impacting our healthcare companies or small businesses where they are not able to connect with their customers, we are giving them free software. We are giving them trial periods which are more extended so that they are able to sustain, during these difficult times. So I would definitely encourage anyone who is in the small medium business or in this space, or in general looking to figure out like what they can do to look at Salesforce Care or Salesforce in general, to see what they can, how it can help them get through these tough times. So a little bit more on the product, right? So Salesforce, as we are very much believe in the customer centricity. We put customer in the center of anything and everything we do, and I think that's what we also tell our customers. We tell our customers to say like, how do you put your consumers, your partners, your stakeholders in the center of your universe so that you get the best of what you do, and you try to align everything that you do around the customer, right? So you see like right from sales, how I sell and how I acquire customers, how do I service them, as part of product services or any things that they have issues or concerns with. How do I market to them about upselling and cross selling my new products and innovation that is coming through, and driving through commerce, which is enabling them to purchase the offers and products, right? Those are the kind of core things, if you will, right? You might have heard of Salesforce, primarily in the CRM space with CRM, and primarily sales and service. But we have extended platforms now. We have platforms that like marketing and commerce, right, that enable you to now create that personalized journey with your customers and get an understanding with them in more greater detail as you market them your products. The other benefit of Salesforce is that we have an apps platform, which is like a completely customizable, extensible platform. You can build your own apps, and you can build declarative apps. The power of the platform is that it could be a no coder or a pro coder, and it's amazing way for someone to really step into the world of programming without greater background or degree, if you will, right, to then become part of the ecosystem as a developer. And that's what we'll talk about. In fact, Andy and Parmeshwar is they're going to touch upon that. Recently we acquired Tableau, and that's our analytics platform. And again, as I said, with the data growth and data explosion that is happening in the fourth industrial revolution, we wanted to have that, right? We wanted to seek ways by which we are able to provide our customers the power of data, giving them the insights, the intelligence, and means by which they are able to make better decisions for their business. Power of integration that comes through our MuleSoft acquisition, which enables us to connect with legacy systems that are part of a customer's landscape, tap into the data which are locked, within those platforms, and enable that as part of the sales, service, and marketing process. It makes it even more powerful. And then we have other things around driving better employee experience through our Quip acquisition. Help collaborate within the company. Some of the things that we'll talk about, as part of this webinar is going to be around trailblazers. I mean, we have an excellent Trailhead program, which enables everyone to learn. And in fact, you can become a trailblazer. You can become someone who is an innovator, a creative person to have, solution that is extending, and you can build that on Salesforce. And that, again, the power of Salesforce is that it's so easy. It is so intuitive. You have a lot of tools out there that enable you to create. And then you have an excellent platform like Trailhead that allows you to learn and connect with others. And then we have like industry solutions around, healthcare, life sciences, financial services, government cloud, and things like that, which we are focusing on to make sure that, we give more, custom or more like that, solutions for those specific verticals. And of course, our partners and our ecosystem around partners, it is terrific. Some of the things that we have been able to grow rapidly is because of our partners. Our partners are driving that innovation for us, across so many different verticals. And then we have our success teams, which are truly driven towards enabling our customers to adopt the right solutions, make them successful in their journey as they are building it. So you would see that there is so many resources available in terms of how I do what I do, for one to gain not just the knowledge but also apply it in the right way, so that you're able to now make the best use of it. Now, all of this is powered. We have like Einstein AI, which is becoming the core of many of our products, right? And that's where we are able to make everything smart and intelligent, right? The power of AI, machine learning, is just terrific. We are able to now create next best actions and deep insights to how your sales and service process happens. So again, it's a very very solid platform. And again, the platform that enables you to not just run applications on your desktop but mobile, enabling technologies that I spoke about, like blockchain, artificial intelligence, embedding vision and voice, and everything, from a security standards and compliance, everything is available to you. All you do is like just focus on building apps, and there are quite a few things that are already, as a result of you configuring, is available to you. So we'll again, one of my things that I spoke to Mahendra and Andy was like, can we do more deep dive? So again, this is a very high level. I know I'm rushing through this, but we plan to have some more deep dive so that you get a good understanding of what Salesforce platform is, and specifically looking at technologies like Flow Builder, and even maybe communities in weeks to come. So really quick, again, I don't want to go over this. It's very much marketing slides here, but Sales Cloud is been our number one application. We are able to have our customers sell fast, sell smart, and really kind of accelerate the way they are able to acquire customers and also close deals, if you will. Our Service Cloud which is really powering the way call centers operate, the way our customers are servicing their customers. It has several solutions, and it's built on a rock solid foundation, which is enabling the contact centers to really kind of help get their customers to help provide them the right insights and guidance, so that customers at the end of the day are very well satisfied in the way, not just they get products but also the servicing part of it. And we have marketing, really, which helps upsell, cross sell, and create campaigns where you are able to now engage with customers on a one-on-one journeys, right? And you're trying to understand what are some of their likes, dislikes, so that you're able to shape your products as you bring it to the marketplace. Um, and communities which are enabling, like you can connect with partners. So think of communities as an extension to your sales and service, where you are able to bring your partners or your external stakeholders into conversations as you're trying to sell, or you're able to service opportunities. And you can personalize it. You are able to really kind of get to a very great levels of branding for your partners, or you're able to engage them in that levels which they know you, and how you want to actually conduct business with them. And of course, Lightning, and this is going to be, at least I'll spend a couple of minutes here. As I said, Lightning is an amazing platform. It is meant for people to extend what is available to you on the platforms like sales and service, to build edge applications, if you can think of sales commissions, or you can think of some sales times and timesheets and things like that, right, which is not already available to you as part of a native capability of Sales Cloud. You're able to do that using Lightning platform. A lot of the power of Lightning platform is actually configuration, right? So you don't have to write a piece of code, to be honest, to build applications. And many app exchange or many partners have actually built applications which are literally no code, right? But you also have uh, tools that are given for our pro code, or people who are very professional and who wants to get more hands on, like Java enthusiasts or PHP or Perl, and any kind of background you have, you have the ability for you to write code. And we have our own framework. We have a excellent Lightning components and Lightning framework, where you are able to apply code to get more control, if you will, of branding or any other specific customization that goes over and beyond what declarative capabilities offer you. And then enterprise services. So this is another power where it's not just what I do on the platform, how I build those branded applications, but the power of me connecting back, to or connecting with the ecosystem through API integrations, and other things, which ensure like security and drive compliance and this. So many of our customers are seeing like, they are able to get like 57% faster application development than the traditional platforms if they have to choose to, right? So that's the huge power, and the skill sets are wide over there. And the great news is that the entry barrier, into the platform is so reduced. It is shrunk in a way that you're able to quickly understand and build applications. So really quick, again, declarative versus programmatic. You have these components available to you. You can drive workflow automation. It's a literal, drag and drop, and you're able to compose applications. Versus programmatic, you can get more fine-grained control of what you do, how you do. You can create heat maps and charts and things like that through programmatic ability. And again, it's all about like, what your business needs are, and how do you want to translate the experience for your end users in a way that's more productive for them. So just in terms of levels of development, if you think of like, user experience, business logic, and data, right? We have areas where you can go with declarative, application building versus programmatic. As I said, declarative is more like simple and ability to, quickly produce applications, whereas programmatic is where you get more control and the flexibility. So you have all these different components that are available to you as part of how I build user interface. Do I need to get declarative components, or if I need to have more branding or control, what do I leverage as part of Salesforce platform? And similar to do with business logic, where I have like rich set of APIs or even controllers that enable me to have that business logic code, versus I can do that declarative means through workflows, process builder, assignment rules, and things like that. And of course, the data model is very rich, right? So our ability to just define custom objects or standard objects, or extend standard objects to custom fields, or even define like external objects where you are able to tap into external source of data is just very powerful, right? You are able to create and compose these data models very quickly, build relationship, and that becomes the foundation for your application. And not just that, you have, as I said, rich set of APIs that enable you to connect back to your enterprise. The power here is that any custom object that you define is already API enabled. Many of the like stuff that you have in Salesforce is API enabled. So you have those fine-grained APIs given to you, and all you do is have to write a piece of code to connect your system into Salesforce. And in equal words, the creation of or tapping into your organization is equally simple, as we have like specific frameworks that allow you to connect like through APIs, or you can write Apex classes, or you can write triggers and platform events to tap into data that is streaming, that is coming out of your organization into Salesforce. So there are a lot of security controls and workflow engines. These are the components that are already available to you. So your app development, your app build becomes very, very powerful. Now, besides our app, our platform, the 360 platform itself, as I said, there's a lot of things that are happening. So we focus on our partners, our industries. We have Trailhead, as I mentioned. It is a very powerful learning platform, if you will, that enables a greater degree of or faster way for individuals to learn Salesforce. And pretty much anything and everything is there on Trailhead. It's a fun and a very interactive way. So I would definitely encourage everyone. So how things come together. So here's an example of a customer in terms of how they are really putting all the Salesforce products to help realize their business goals and create the customer experience, the stakeholder experience, and drive it through multiple channels where they want to engage, their customers, their partners, their distributors, and things like that. And they are leveraging, their IT landscape. It means to have Salesforce be the strategic technology platform that enables them to be more successful. So now let's talk about Salesforce Economy, right? So this really quick. I'll spend a minute or so. Right. So again, Salesforce is, as I said, is growing rapidly. Yeah, by 2022, we'll have almost like 3.3 million jobs created. In fact, it could be even, probably more. And the thing is that even though we are seeing ourselves in the midst of COVID-19, the analysts, everyone predict that once we get out of COVID-19, the opportunity in technology is going to be massive, because that's where a lot of large organizations are going to even more double down on their investments and their ability to be more resilient with their business. There's a tremendous GDP impact. Salesforce lists in top jobs, and then for every dollar, I know Parmeshwar has a slide. It says every dollar that Salesforce revenue generates, there's a $5 impact in the economy, which is amazing. So in just last year, like Salesforce job, if you see, like it's not just a specific, like technology jobs, right? You see an insurance advisor and all. Salesforce fared as a top 10. Salesforce developer fared as top 10. So again, it's a very highly sought after skill. The average salaries are also pretty high. Again, this is very much, I would say, mediocre salaries, to say the least. Many of the folks I know who are in these roles are earning even more. But these are the roles, if you will, right? You have a Salesforce administrator who are administering, Sales Cloud, Service Cloud, and they are really configuring, they are helping provide the security, governance, and things like that for organizations. And we have Salesforce developer who are actually are the ones who are building apps on the platform through declarative, through programmatic means, and things like that. Salesforce Architect, who are actually creating an architecture in terms of how Salesforce will fit into the realm of the ecosystem, as well as the IT landscape that customer has. You have business analysts who are looking at things which are more focused on how business process automation and optimization, if you will. Then you have marketing and sales managers who are more subject matter experts within their marketing and sales domain as well. So you'd see, like, it's pretty well rounded, and you can find yourself in any of these roles and figure out what to do. So the App Exchange program is fast growing. I'll let Andy talk about this, but this is an amazing place where we allow our partners to really thrive and bring innovation in the mix of what we do as Salesforce. And then, of course, we have a great certification track. So if you want to become known in the industry, the best way is not just learn but get certified, right? So you can be a Salesforce administrator. You have app builder certification. You have architect certification, consultants, developers, and specialists. And I know Parmeshwar is actually going to talk about this in detail, so that you have an understanding of not just the certification, but training opportunities that helps you get certified. All right. So with that, I let Andy then get us through some of the fantastic things that his company has done and how he has been part of the Salesforce ecosystem for a number of years. And then we'll have Parmeshwar talk about training and certification.
Just to let everyone know, yeah, Andy, just hold on a minute. So
yeah,
I've created 3 polls, and let me announce the poll results. So there are around 60 attendees who have joined the call. So one of the poll which I asked was, what is your expertise in Salesforce technology? So the answer, like around 69% of the people have answered they are in beginner level, 17% in the mid level, and 13% in the expert level. So the next poll, what I asked was, do you experience a tough job market? 53% answered yes, and 46% answered no. And the other thing is, are you willing to get trained in Salesforce in next 3 months? 87% of the people told yes, and 12% they told no. So these are some of the polls that I asked, and there are some questions coming. Please feel free to post your Q&A. Now I just make like Andy as the presenter. He is going to present his session.
Absolute pleasure to present for ATEA. I have been to many ATEA events over the years, and whenever I'm in the US, either in New Jersey or in San Francisco, I have the absolute pleasure of doing that and learning a lot from the community and making friends. And of course, Mahendran has helped us nurture one of our products in the initial days. Let's move on to the second slide. As you all know, we are all crouched under in our houses, waiting for this virus or out of fear now. But the positive side is we have a lot of, or at least substantial amount of time. Those of us who have the pleasure of working from home, of course, work from home, I guess within inverted commerce, most of you know what that means. But I think we are figuring out time to learn. And I have a few slides which kind of overlap with Sachin's, but I'll make it quick when I realize that things have been are about to repeat. So I'll start the next slide, where actually Suchin and I traveled in the Salesforce path. He as a Salesforce employee and myself as a Salesforce partner for the last 12 years. The first book I learned was from a book called Creating Salesforce Apps, Creating On-Demand Apps. So that was a PDF which was very beautifully documented. There was another product, another PDF called Salesforce Cookbook. These are two products that I learned, two documentations or documentation artifacts that I learned Salesforce from within a month, and I was able to get a job at that time. This is way back in August 2008. And then the reason I'm highlighting that is Salesforce is by far the most well-documented software on the planet that I've ever seen. So, and it's been consistently that way in my experience and many people's experiences. We have practices in US, Canada, APAC, and India. I'm not going to go into the details from a business now, but I want to have the participants reflect on our experience as a partner and how you can connect and how your careers could be shaped in a similar way, because we are all part of the ecosystem of what Mr. Benioff calls the Ohana. So as you can see, certifications are very key for any partner as much as an individual, because that reflects your knowledge of the ecosystem. I also agree to the fact that certifications alone don't make you a consultant, because there's a lot of experience that you gain on the ground that you can never be replaced by certifications. And of course, the practice areas, right? So we started off with Sales and Service Cloud. I have a slide which gives the timeline, but so I'm not going to go into the detail. But we are very broad. I generally wanted a practice which is narrow, but it is not possible because Salesforce went acquiring 50 and odd companies over the last few years. Next slide. We were rated among the top 15 providers of product development, and that's why part of my session today is going to delve into that. And we will have a deep dive later if there is demand. So let's move on to the next slide. So as Suchin very clearly mentioned, Sales Cloud has tools that help with generated leads. So let's say you're doing you're launching a car dealer service, say a Toyota dealer in Princeton, New Jersey. You would go and create, or you would go maybe buy a bunch of leads from a lead listing company for a price, and then you send email campaign to all of the people in the neighborhood. So these are leads, these are prospects. And then when you get a call, and let's say you have a launch event, and then some people come from the candy, some people don't have anything else to do, but some amount of people will become opportunities because they will ask for a first ride of your car, right? So then you slowly nurture the relationship using various products like Marketing Cloud, so Sales Cloud, and then Customer Service. And Sales Cloud tracks opportunities, leads. As you can see in the left side, it's the opportunity Kanban, and then in the right side you see the rightmost, you see the mobile, and then you have a watch. You have all kinds of devices that Salesforce connects with you as a customer as well as a partner, any part of the ecosystem. Then you have this marketing or sales funnel where you throw all these leads in and you slowly nurture them one by one, get the second appointment, get the guy drive a car, maybe upsell some other items or upsell a better car to him. So it is the whole customer experience that, and then after he buys the car, then it's service, right? So Salesforce Service Cloud comes in, but then Service Cloud doesn't have all the tools, and partners like us build the extra whatever is needed to ensure that the customer gets a customer and the dealer get a wholesome experience of the product as well as the real experience of buying and servicing the car. So next slide, please. So I just highlighted a few important configurable features of Sales Cloud, and it's also common to the Salesforce platform. As Sachin mentioned, the platform is in the bottom. On top of that, Sales Cloud, Service Cloud, CPQ, Commerce Cloud, B2b, B2C, and a whole other 10 other products that are lined up on top of it. Right? So The platform is kind of monolithic like a mainframe, but it is not a mainframe because it's very componentized. And it can be bought with plug and play using various license formats and models and things, right? So there's a lot of detail in Salesforce, but this, I believe, will give you a bird's eye view. So leads come in, you can route the leads. You can have lead queues with people who listen to or who want to nurture the leads further. And then duplicate record taking, record processing or checking. We used to write Apex triggers in 2008 and probably until the last 5 or 6 years when Salesforce introduced that as a feature. So Salesforce listens to partners and customers and then adds feature after feature after feature. Email templates is a popular thing, right? I've seen non-profits. I think Mahindran probably uses email templates, but I know larger non-profits where people copy and paste letters to various customers through copy and paste, right? So you need to have email templates that pull data from Salesforce, create the letter, and then send it out. So, and there are products in the ecosystem I'll delve in shortly. And then, of course, email-based approval. So approval management is a very important feature of Salesforce, which allows for business process enabling approvals, not send an email and wait for the guy. Email notifications will come, but then approvals are all done on the cloud in the Salesforce system. And one of the beautiful things that I've seen in Salesforce has never budged to make it in-premise and all kinds of complex models. It's always on the cloud. I mean, I know Dynamics and what's the other product? There's the HR CRM, right? So various other products on the cloud kind of dance between the cloud and the on-premise, while Salesforce never has, except for a non-resident option for the database.com offering, which I think doesn't exist anymore. So probably one of the failures that Salesforce saw. But the product is built for the cloud, and it's become so much easier for a developer or a configurator or administrator to actually execute things on the system. And one of the main reasons I chose Salesforce over SAP in 2008 for a practice area is because it's so simple, easy to learn, highly documented, and opportunities, right? So for me to learn all of SAP is going to take decades, while to learn Salesforce was just a month at that time. I mean, it's not that easy now because of the breadth and depth of the ecosystem, particularly the breadth. So data security, the reason I put that bullet is, let's say Suchin leads Salesforce in New Jersey, and I lead Salesforce Sales in Chicago. And we want to be able to see our opportunities, but not update each other, right? Because we don't want to tread over each other, but we want to get an idea of what Suchin's pipeline is. So to do this kind of functionality in .NET or Java is going to be at least a week's effort, right? So while in Salesforce, this can be done with just a role-based hierarchy and a few sharing rules. Probably could take a day if you know what you're doing and if someone is involved in the configuration and things, right? So Salesforce made security so simple, right? With just a few terms, right? Role-based hierarchy, profiles, permission sets, and then sharing rules. That's it. That's or by default. That's the other one. So if you know 5 of these concepts, they're not that easy as I mentioned. But once you master those, Salesforce gives you phenomenal amount of power in data security and confidentiality. So can you move to the next one?
Yeah.
Next slide, please. So next comes Service Cloud, which I don't want to repeat the same story. I gave you the examples earlier. And Service Cloud comes with a feature called email to case, where you say, let's say you have a problem with your Panasonic AC and you want to send a service request, so you don't have to take the phone. You just say service@panasonic.com, and it goes ahead to create a case in the Salesforce pipeline. And then any messaging from a customer service rep coming into Salesforce is going to be all within Salesforce, right? So you don't need to have an email from the desk of the customer service rep. Even if it's email, it will fall into a thread. They put the thread ID in the embedded in the body and the subject line of the emails. And then, so you send email while the customer service, or you as a customer send email, while the customer service rep sends through email or through the Salesforce console, or service console we call it. So that kind of functionality is provided with just one feature. There's case routing, case assignment. So cases kind of duplicate leads in some respects. In fact, we built a product called Round Robin Rules, which allows cases or leads to be forcefully round robin on a particular person in a queue. So and then there is knowledge base and FAQ, which is built into Salesforce. There is SLAs where you can say define the service level agreements for your customer interactions. So there's a whole bunch of features in Service Cloud, and omni-channel routing, CTI integration with multiple CTI providers. Let's move on to the Marketing Cloud slide. Marketing Cloud was introduced a bit later by Salesforce with 3 different acquisitions. I have a slide for that, so I'm not going to go into that. But Marketing Cloud has a whole bunch of studios for kind of merging the customer experience in service and marketing. So it's a very wide platform with thousands of screens, or at least 1,000 screens, very extremely large product. Usually Salesforce developers or admins don't get into Marketing Cloud. That much, I have not seen a whole lot of them. One reason is usually software companies do not hire Marketing Cloud people. The Marketing Cloud people are generally hired by ad agencies. So because it's marketing, digital marketing related and marketing strategy related, usually I've not seen a lot of partners do Marketing Cloud as a separate practice. Of course, the larger ones do, but I'm talking about boutique providers like us. We do provide it, but not at a very large scale like the others. And Marketing Cloud is also not built on the Force.com platform. So it's still an external platform, probably built on .NET, I guess. But but it's very highly featured, and it competes with Adobe's marketing platform. And there's not a lot of other scalable marketing automation platforms in the world except for Adobe and Microsoft. Microsoft actually resells Adobe, and then Adobe's Marketing Cloud and Salesforce Marketing Cloud are the only top-notch enterprise-grade product providers on the planet. And then can you move to the next one? So I want to run through. I don't think. Probably I'll need to do the next few slides
Andi, we are
in
in
5 to 10
Service
minutes.
Cloud. I think.
If you can move to the Marketing
Andi, we are
Cloud
in
and
Marketing
to
Cloud.
the slide 10. Correct. I'm done with Marketing Cloud. Can you move to slide 10? So the reason I'm going to show a bit of the history of Salesforce acquisitions. Salesforce acquired more than 50 companies. I'm going to highlight only 4 or 5 of them. The reason I'm doing it is, as Salesforce progresses towards making the ecosystem big, I'm also going to show how we as a partner kind of navigated a similar path, not exactly the same, but similar. So if you look at it, Heroku was acquired in 2010. Many of you might know Heroku provides scalability for transactional processing that Salesforce doesn't always provide, because Salesforce has limits, and these governor limits have been eased over the years by Salesforce. While still, if you want, let's say, IoT data to be stored somewhere, and you want to observe patterns or predict anomalies in your offering. For example, we have a client in Kansas where we provide services which allow them to track devices, ELDs in trucks, and the observation is Heroku, and then within Heroku we do some predictive analytics to detect if it's a true positive problem with that hardware. So if that is the case, we'll create a case in Salesforce. So you don't want to store transactional data, all of them, IoT data in Salesforce. You store what only cases, leads, or important transactional data into Salesforce. So Heroku is used widely for that purpose, and I just mentioned a success story that we had with this customer over the last 10 years. So when Salesforce acquired Heroku, it was only Ruby, because Ruby was Heroku was a Ruby platform provider. While nowadays they have increased it way beyond Ruby, and we have built in Node.js, PHP, Java, Python, all these programming languages are supported by the Heroku platform. It's a PaaS offering, competing with Amazon and other providers. Next slide, please. As I mentioned earlier about Marketing Cloud was acquired through 3 different companies that Salesforce acquired. Ready Media is one of them, and Radiant 6. And the center slide with No for Software, for all the people who are nostalgic about software, particularly Mahendran and Suchin and Parameswar, you would see the No for Software symbol, which is symbolic of what Salesforce was in the early days. And then the next slide, please. Salesforce acquired the CPQ offering from Steelbrick. I think it was I think there were more powerful CPQ offerings, but Salesforce chose Steelbrick based on what I know, because it was a native application in Salesforce. Aptus, I think, had a bigger offering, but they were not native in Salesforce. They were a hybrid external environment built CPQ platform. Oracle also has a very competitive CPQ offering. And next slide is about commerce. So Salesforce had a big gap, right? There was marketing on one side, then we have sales, and then there's a big gap between sales and service. And that was all operations and commerce. And Salesforce still doesn't delve a whole lot into operations because they allow us to build a lot of operational ERP products in between the service and the sales and the service. But in addition to that, Salesforce acquired commerce tools. The first one they acquired was B2c Commerce through Demandware. And then, next slide please, there was Quip, which is actually freely available. Quip license is freely available through the COVID-19 program until September. It's one of the products in the list that Salesforce provides now. Provides document processing and word processing functionality. And of course, the second piece of the commerce puzzle was achieved by acquisition of B2b Commerce from CloudCraze. And in fact, we have a small CloudCraze practice serving a very large enterprise customer. And the most eventful one that I believe was MuleSoft, which is the next slide. And the MuleSoft acquisition that Salesforce did brought this 360-degree anything and connected platform along with the MuleSoft acquisition. So it's basically an integration platform built into Salesforce. Even though MuleSoft maintains their branding very uniquely, I've been to their conference and they tout MuleSoft as an integration platform across many environments. But I think after the Salesforce acquisition, there has been a lot of development effort made to enrich the integrator between Salesforce and MuleSoft. So MuleSoft for Sales Cloud, MuleSoft for Service Cloud, MuleSoft for Marketing Cloud. So Salesforce is investing more and more into dollars and effort into integrating MuleSoft and making it the integration platform of choice within the Salesforce ecosystem as well as outside of the ecosystem. So MuleSoft is a very, very important skill, particularly for Java developers who have an integration experience. MuleSoft might be even a better play than learning Apex and Visualforce and Lightning Web Components. So I would suggest if you have a lot of Java experience, MuleSoft is a relatively easy one to learn and be highly marketable and have a highly marketable skill. Map Anything was another acquisition they did, not very significant. I moved to Tableau, Mahendran, slide 18. So Tableau, even before Tableau was acquired, Salesforce has had Einstein Analytics, which used to be called Wave Analytics, while they acquired one of the leading providers of data visualizations is Tableau just about 6 months back or 9 months back. And Tableau competes against Power BI, which is Microsoft's tool, in a very competitive fashion. And then I have a couple of slides where I want to explain how my company pivoted across the ecosystem. How much time we have, Mahendran, for me?
Another 5 minutes.
Too, right?
Five minutes.
All right.
Yeah.
So, okay, thank you. So I am on slide 19 with the practice pivots functional, right? So I showed Salesforce's evolution and acquisition of different companies to make the ecosystem big. Likewise, we kind of danced the tune, but in a different way. We started the practice in August 2008. CRM implementations for the first couple of years. We did a ERP implementation for a metals trading company with booking, shipping, and all those artifacts built-in software. And there was no CRM. So a lot of Salesforce implementations I've seen and done involved no CRM, just build on top of the platform. And then if we elect to make it into a product and sell it, you make it into what's called an OEM product, right? So you build a product like you host it on Amazon as a Java, Node.js, anything, or on Heroku. You can build a product on top of all of Salesforce's tools and put it on top and say it's an OEM offering, which I will get into a slide afterwards. So, and then Service Cloud, product development is one of our fortes. We built 33 applications for the App Exchange so far, and for various other clients also. Product consulting assignments. So when I say product consulting is, you build a product and then you do SI consulting around the product. And a few of our partnering companies or ISVs have provided us the opportunity to consult along with or build code or implementations around their products. right? Because products don't work out of the box, like Salesforce does not work out of the box, right? So you need to have to configure it for the customer, and sometimes you have to code around what is available. So Salesforce's ecosystem or Salesforce's packaging mechanism allows us to build on top of the platform. And then, of course, Marketing Cloud and CPQ. So we slowly moved through the ecosystem, and in 2018 onwards, we aggressively moved into the broad range of Salesforce products, because the market demanded that we have broader knowledge and just not razor-sharp knowledge. So the next one is about dev frameworks. For some of you who are developers coming into Salesforce, you would notice that the first we started off with Visual Force. Of course, S Controls was there initially, but it died about 2009-10 timeframe, and then or even before that. And then Visual Force Apex ruled the roost until about 2 years back. And then Angular, Salesforce has introduced Lightning, I think, in 2015, and there was some, or a little earlier than that, there was some uncertainty as to which way to go. Mobile, there were many of our clients who wanted to build offline mobile apps that will not work, and Lightning was not ready for that. So we had to build offline capabilities in platforms like Cordova, and then Angular was better. Google positioned Angular in a better way than Salesforce for about 2-3 years, until Lightning became more robust in the last 3 years. So till then we dabbled a lot with Angular, and as developers you might I think Lightning Web Components is the latest and greatest from Salesforce, and it also allows you to learn. For people who know Java and other systems and Node.js, it is easier to learn Lightning Web Components, particularly if you have a lot of JavaScript knowledge, right? So JavaScript is a fundamental, as you all would agree. Most of the processing that happens in websites nowadays are done in the client because of client processing power, and also the need for mobile, right? So your mobile, you want all these cross-platform, cross-device functionality working. And JavaScript has become the ruling king now, after losing to Java for a while, for a couple of decades. So these are some of the apps we did. If you go search for a software, you'll find them. I don't want to spend time on them. And then I'm on slide 23, I think, App Exchange solutions. So I may not go into detail, but I'll give you a bird's eye view. App Exchange solutions can be native or hybrid. As I mentioned, native applications like SteelBrick CPQ were built on top of the Force.com platform. The one like Drawloop, right? Drawloop is a popular software to merge documents with data. They built it on .NET, and they build a connector between Salesforce and their backend. So it is a choice of the provider, but Salesforce prefers to have the product built on the platform as native. But for Drawloop, it's not possible, right? Because you can't create PPTs and PDFs and that kind of processing in Salesforce, right? You need to have the Office and .NET and that kind of background, so the backend. So it all depends on the application architecture and business need. I think majority of the applications are native. I don't know the exact numbers. And so the other one is ISV versus OEM. So if you build OEM software, like I mentioned earlier, you build a piece of software for a particular purpose, completely independent of Salesforce CRM, then you build the OEM. But if you are dependent upon, let's say, the round-robin rules application I mentioned earlier, that is definitely ISV, because it plugs into Salesforce CRM as a product. And then there are different types of applications, both solutions. Those are mostly for industry, vertical industry, as well as for community. So if you want to build Salesforce communities, erstwhile name is Portal, you leverage both solutions, so that, or you publish both solutions and customers would leverage them for customer community templates. So, and then there is flows. There are two important tools in Salesforce ecosystem for configurability: Process Builder and Flow Designer. And you can build components that are compatible to the Flow Designer, and that is what a flow is. And then components, we have built a few two flagship components with thousands of downloads, and you could also be involved in such activity. The next one is slide is about Lightning Grid that Mahindran helped us build a long time back, about in September of 2016. That is on the App Exchange. Let's move on to, there is App Exchange product lifecycle. I don't want to get into those details now in the interest of Q&A time, and as well as my next presenter. Thank you very much for the opportunity.
Andy, what we'll do is thank you, Andy. It was a great session. We'll participate more in the Q&A session. Let's pass on to the next speaker, Parameswar Soni. He's going to talk more about the trading aspects. And we have more, like around 60 plus attendees, and we have a lot of Q&A coming up. Yeah. So, Parameshwar, can you able to share your screen?
Yep, I'm starting to share my screen. Let me know if you can see it, and then
Yeah.
I will.
Yeah, sure. Please go ahead. Yeah.
All right. So thank you, first of all, ATEA for opportunity and Suchin for bringing me in. I've been knowing them for last many years. I've been working very closely with Suchin for last 25 plus years. So just I'm recapping things what Sachin shared earlier about the market opportunity. What is the potential for you guys who want to switch their career into Salesforce? Uh, as Sachin mentioned earlier, there are 3.3 million jobs are being created across the world by 2022, and you see that it will be happening all across the globe. Coming in particularly to USA, there will be around 400,000 jobs just in USA itself on Salesforce ecosystem. And that also means that there's a huge potential to grow the Salesforce ecosystem. Over 859 billion new business which will be generated, almost close to $1 trillion. 50% of them will be happening in US itself. So US has a big market, big potential, and that also means there's a lot of job opportunities here. Due to all these visa constraint and challenges in people, coming from across the globe, we need to have these people, these 400,000 people in US itself. It will not come from anywhere else. And majority of the IT jobs, if you can see, will be coming from the Indian community, those who are very well versed with IT technology or the new generation which is coming up. So the opportunity lies within the US itself, and we need to be prepared for that, for this new wave. That's why Sachin called it the rising wave, or the wave which we have to ride on. Uh, Also understand that the way Salesforce is selling, their focus is more into license sales, but they're also supporting all the ecosystem, the partners who are helping implementing Salesforce, the partner who are building applications products as Andy was doing. So they help the whole ecosystem. And for every dollar which is spent on licenses, there is $5.18 which will be spent on the ecosystem in terms of service providers and supporters who will be doing this work. So that's the kind of potential market it is, and that's all we all are looking at the same market and how it will grow. Coming to the career prospect, I'm again recapping what Sachin mentioned. I will not spend too much time, but there are multiple roles, and for each role, there is an average salary. These numbers are pretty lower in compared to actual market numbers. But even if you look at the lower numbers of a Salesforce admin, the starting role, generally in Salesforce area, the average salary is 95K, and depending on experience, it can vary. But you can see that all those salaries are 100 plus salaries in this Salesforce eco world. Once you're experienced, you are an architect kind of person, like people are getting over 200K or north of 200K or 300K kind of salaries, which I am paying to consultants in my organization for the right kind of skill. So the potential is very huge. There's a huge shortage of right people. All we are getting sometimes are fake resumes. People, try to fake without knowing even the ABC of Salesforce. And as you have seen the screens of Andi and Sachin, like the ecosystem, the world of Salesforce is huge. It's a big ocean. So there's a lot to learn in this system, and people need to know how to start with. Salesforce itself is certifying people, on their different skills and products, whether the people are well equipped or not. Few years back, there were only 4 certifications in Salesforce: admin, developer, and Sales Cloud and Service Cloud. But in last 4 or 5 years, it has grown in an exponential way. There are different certifications for different kind of skills within Salesforce, as you can see it in the chart below. But to start with, where do we start with? Start with is the admin certificate. That's the first one you need to understand. That's the entry point for anyone who want to go into the Salesforce world. Without that, you can't go anywhere else. You can't go navigate. So that is the door number 1 which you need to break in. And that itself is not an easy task if you need to understand the basics of Salesforce, how Sales Cloud works, how Service Cloud works, how different components of Salesforce works. So the basic knowledge is very, very important, and how to make changes in Salesforce, how to modify your application, those things are required. So you can see that the journey itself is very, very hard. And the most prestigious certificate is the technical architect in Salesforce. That itself costs thousands of dollars. That includes enormous experience that has to go through 3 level of examination, written examination, and then interviews, and then board presentation. Multiple things are there, and there are less than 100 architects, certified architects in the world right now. So you can understand how difficult it is. And if someone achieved that level, that means he can demand anything he wants in the world right now. It is that prestigious and that in demand kind of role. So that's what it is about. Now, how do you start? Like I've seen the survey, most of them you want to get trained and start. So there are multiple ways you can get yourself trained. There are 3 different paths I will tell you, and each path has its own merits and demerits. The first path is Trailhead, which Suchin was telling. It's enormous. There are over 2,500 different Trailhead courses in Salesforce. You can go and register. You can start learning one by one. It's free registration. Anybody can get free licenses to learn the Salesforce applications, to start playing around it. They are differently grouped depending upon what you want to learn, Lightning or Heroku or Sales Cloud or Service Cloud. That's the advantage. The challenge, what I have seen and what I have heard people sharing with me, that it's an ocean and we get lost very easily. We don't know what is the bare minimum we need to learn to know that, okay, we know Salesforce. We don't know what course we should go one after another. What is the right sequencing? That's the kind of challenge that people see when you have to start or when you enter in the world. It's like a Kumbh Mela, right? Lots of things are there, and you need to know the right path, right stops to go, and right navigation. That's the challenge here. But that's a free course. Anybody can do it. Anybody want to do it. It's all encouraged. Second path, which Salesforce offers in itself, they have their own courses which they offer to people who want to learn in person or online. So they have a training center in San Francisco where you can enroll. There are courses for sales, service, admin, developer, and other products they are training. They start from 1 day to 1 week courses. They have got all in one stretch, 8 hours training in a day, and you do a 5-day training in a week, and you can get yourself trained for an admin certificate or that particular course, which is much more planned, that is navigated, that is having interactions with the instructor. So that's much more easier for people who want a very focused and clean path how to learn Salesforce. The challenge with that path is it is costly. That cost around $4,500 plus taxes for a 5-day course. And if you want to go and learn in person in the classroom, then there are limited options. I believe only in San Francisco they do such training. And then you have to, again, those who are already working in job or earning money, they have to at least devote their 1 week dedicated of billable hours. So there are the other limitations or challenges with that. But those who want to seriously learn and streamline learn, that could be one path to go through it. The third part is a third-party path. Now, in third party, there are in different cities and different locations, there are people who are training people on Salesforce. There are both online courses and in-person courses also available. So people are providing online courses. You can go and register and you can learn with them. Some of them do through videos, YouTube videos. They train you through that way. Some of them have instructor-led training where someone will be online and interacting with the audience and teaching them step by step how to do it. They're more planned, and again, they're organized in a better way. They are interactive, and compared to Salesforce, they're cost-effective as well. There are limited places. I think every city might have 1 or 2 places where people can go and learn in person in classroom. Spending hours in the classroom and learning Salesforce in a real scenario. Going to real scenarios. Some trainings are even offered on weekends and late hours as well. So you're not losing your billing hours or you're not losing your work hours. You can keep on earning the way you're earning and then you spend some time over the weekend or over your weekdays in the evening to learn about it. And that downside is not free like Trailhead. It will still cost you something, but not as huge as Salesforce standard prices. So there are different ways to learn. Now, my organization, Safal Tech, that offers Salesforce training, and we'll go about that. What is that offering? So that offering is both classroom training. So we have a learning center, a training center in Edison, New Jersey, where we have weekends training session every Saturday and Sunday from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. That way, people are not losing their billable hours, and they can come in person in the classroom and they can learn it. Now, due to COVID-19, we have suspended the class for next 2-3 weeks more. So the next batch will start in May. April, we have suspended if things goes well. We also have online training where people can learn over the weekdays, Tuesdays and Thursdays, 6 p.m. to 10 p.m., devoting their 4 hours a day. And that way they are spending 8 hours a week to learn about Salesforce. These trainings are targeted for the beginners and freshers who want to learn Salesforce, who doesn't know Salesforce, as well as people like business analysts who are already playing a BA role with some other technology or function, and they see there's a Salesforce opportunity within their organization. They want to switch their career. They want to be part of that engagement or project, and they want to be more productive and contributing, and as well as value added in understanding the product and how to configure it, how to use it to the best of its abilities. They want to be equipped with that knowledge. So those are the people, they can learn it. Then there are third category of developers in Java, .NET, even Andi was mentioning, people like Java script and things like that. Those can learn Salesforce and they can be a lightning developer or other roles they can play like that. Then fourth category are people who know CRM technology, who have been to Siebel or SAP or Dynamics, those kind of products. They know how the conceptually how the CRM world works, and they want to switch to Salesforce and learn how the same functionality can be achieved through Salesforce. So there are for other people who are the right audience. And of course, management people who are managing Salesforce engagements or who have a very heavy Salesforce implementation in the organization. They want to know about Salesforce. They can also learn about through our training courses. What do we do in our training courses? We have 8-day classes. Each class is 4 hours. So we believe that people can't learn for 8 hours. Anything beyond 4 hours will be stretch and will be tiring, and your absorption abilities will go down after 4 hours. So 4 hours is max one can adapt and can absorb the knowledge. After that, they need to practice and learn or revise whatever they have learned. Beyond that, they should not go. That's our whole theory about our 4-hour sessions. We do instructor-led sessions where qualified people who have worked in Salesforce world for many years, who have been educating and training and helping people with hands-on knowledge in practical world. How do you do it? Help with that. Helping with the scenarios, helping the options, how to achieve a particular functionality or a requirement, how to meet that. They help with that. With live project experience, how to actually work on a live project, the actual requirements of the customer, and you build that solution with the real requirements. And along with that, we also help with the Salesforce certification, because in certification there are tricky questions, right? They will ask you tricky questions with multiple options to confuse people and to know the right answers, that you know exactly how to do it. So we also help with those aspects as well, how to get the certified yourself certified, because that will add value, that will help you to get your interview calls. And then we help with helping you with writing your resume with the right experience and what you have learned and what you have achieved, as well as how to prepare well with the interviews, what kind of people ask questions, how to answer the questions. Sometimes you might know the answers, but you don't know how to answer it. So we help you with that. We also help you with post-training support. So after the training is over, the relationship is not over. The relationship is still there. You can come to us for clarifying your doubts or your show us your project, what you have built up, the enhancement which you are trying to achieve, the clarification you want to know. You can keep on in contact with us. And as well as when you're on the job, for first 30 days, we are supporting you with all your technical difficulties. Our panel will help you with those challenges if you come across. You can consult after office hours. on those scenarios, we provide you those help as well. We also provide a certificate by our organization for completing the certification, that we do it. And the course we will cover your admin 100%, will cover Sales Cloud and Service Cloud, and we also touch base on the developer skills also. So in the limited hours, that's all we can do. If you look at how is our training schedule planned, so we have a pre-training before we kick off the actual training. We do 1 day pre-training, which itself is 2 hours, where we talk about the CRM concept, the products in the market, the Salesforce landscape, product certification, the roadmap. So we cover all those things on day 0. And then from day 1 to day 8, we have broken down the whole curriculum into equal number of hours, how much time is required in each of the components, whether it's the basic navigations about Salesforce, to opportunity management, and to Sales Cloud and Service Cloud, Force.com application, how to build a new application itself, DevOps. We tell you about the security aspects, user management, then other components like workflows and automation. We teach you about those things. We teach you about data migration, data import, data export, and integration. And then certification rehearsal, mock training, project discussions. We do that. And after the training, we help you with certain things like covering up your classes. If you miss some classes, we help you cover up those topics. We help you with project reviews, troubleshooting, certification, your exam review. We do the mock examination. We help you with your interview preparation and job updates. So that's how we have designed our plan. We help people both for Classic as well as Lightning, because not everybody is Lightning right now. So all new development will start on Lightning, but all existing Classic, they still have to move to Lightning in next couple of years. So they'll still be working on Classic, then they have to move to Lightning. So we are giving the flavor of both Classic and Lightning in our training. That way you understand how is opportunity management in Classic as well as how opportunity can be managed in Lightning. So you know both aspect of it. Few things you can do in only in Lightning, you can't do in Classic. That difference also you will see, and you can educate your customer that this is possible in Lightning, this is not possible in Lightning, or Classic, vice versa. So that's where we are helping out our all the trainees in our training courses. And now we come to what are the fees we are charging. So classroom training is again a lot of people who have attended some online training elsewhere. They only preferred classroom training because they want to feel that personalization, that instructor led, showing the screen, sharing the screen, that kind of thing. So we have that kind of people. We have classroom training in New Jersey, in Edison here, and our regular fees is $3,600, but we are making an offer of 30% discount. That brings down to $2,500 for the entire course and the package which we are offering. And the other offering, which is much cheaper option, again, people can attend from anywhere without traveling, which is right now only option due to the COVID-19, which regular price is $1,500 for that training, and we offer 30% discount. Today, we are giving additional 25% discount to all the ATEA members, those who want to register with us. And if they register by tonight, we make 25% more offer. And the final price is $787 with a promo code of ATEA20. You can go to our website and you can basically register there and put the promo.
We have just 1 more minute. Yeah.
Sure, I'm done. I'm in the last slide. So, all right.
Okay.
So
thank you.
Yeah. So this is what you do, and if you compare with the standard Salesforce price of a online Salesforce training for just an ADM 201, which cost around $4,500 plus tax, our price is 85% lower than that. So it's a great thing and great opportunity for you. Those who want to register, you can visit our website shuffletech.com, or you can write email to us at info@shuffletech.com, or call any of the numbers of our offices. Someone will help you with those more details on that. So with that, I want to thank you all who are attending this session and listening to me. Thank you, Mahindran. And over to you now.
Thank you. Thank you. And let us open up for the Q&A. We have some, I think all the speakers you could able to see. One of the questions what we have got is, Do you have a Commerce Cloud coding slash Marketing Cloud coding trainings with the real-time projects? Um, this question is asked by Bala. Andy, do you have any answers to this thing? Do you have Commerce Cloud training, Marketing Cloud uh, coding training with the real-time projects?
We have some expertise. I don't know whether we can offer training. We're not experts in those two tools. We can provide some aspects of Marketing Cloud though, and possibly product. But Commerce Cloud B2b, we have expertise. We deliver, but at the moment we are not ready to do training. So we are not
Yeah.
equipped enough to do that.
Yeah, Mahendra, maybe you
Parameshwar,
can
do
take.
you want to answer?
Yeah, Parmeshwar, if you have anything, and then I can also help. Go ahead, Parmeshwar.
Yeah. So again, Marketing Cloud is a very niche skill, and Commerce Cloud is a very niche skill. Right now, we are offering the generic skill training where introductions provided. That's what I want to say. Suchin, you want to offer?
Yeah, absolutely. So we are actually building a lot of, especially Trailhead modules on that. So I can loop back to whoever is asking this question and provide some more greater degree of details what is happening on the Trailhead side, and also like I'll try to see if there are other opportunities where someone can get more hands-on trained and things like what Tech and Param are doing. I'll try to find out more. So Mahendra, if you
Sure.
can just
Right.
send me that question, I can.
I
Right.
have
I have
noted
another
down
point.
the. Sure. The user is Bala. Bala, we will reply to you in specific. There are a lot of Trailhead courses as such. Sachin told. Please go through the Salesforce Trailhead, but we will specifically will let you know within the Trailhead what are the things that you need to go through. Yeah, let us go to the next question.
Right.
The question is asked by Mr. Vinod. I am managing programs, projects with around 14 years of experience. I am new to Salesforce and I'm eager to begin my Salesforce journey. What will be the best Salesforce path to take? Kindly suggest. So, who wants to answer?
I'll take that. Andy? Okay.
Sachin, you want to
Okay.
take that? Yeah, Andy, go ahead.
Andy talk, yeah.
Okay. Trailhead first. Dreamforce session videos. So you first go to Trailhead, and there's a lot of content like Sachin mentioned. And the next one is Dreamforce 2019 sessions. There are thousands of videos there, and you'll learn a lot. And YouTube channel of Salesforce. There is very substantial information that you can spend hours and days and years on.
Yeah, thank you, Sandy. And just to add on to that, that topic on Vinod's answer. So there are videos and there are a lot of Trailhead contents. And as I was mentioning earlier, it depends upon how fast you want to learn and how quickly you want to get to that. And that's where our training course of Tech helps people like you who want to get quickly to the path where you want to be and learn about Salesforce in a very directive and very instructor-led mechanism. So that's also an option for you if you want to adopt that. You can register for that.
Sure. And the next question is asked by Mr. Mahesh. Any classrooms for India specific? So Andy, do you want to answer? Because like you're operating mainly from India and you have an offshore center, and maybe Safal, Parameshwar, you can also answer this. Any classrooms for India specific?
Right. I'll give a couple of options. Of course, classrooms are not viable now. Virtual training by Salesforce India. In fact, one of our Marketing Cloud experts learned a few months back from Salesforce India. There's a gentleman called Pushkar Joshi who I can provide the contact later. He runs the virtual training, or at least he does the marketing for that. And it is very subsidized compared to US pricing. It's $695 we spent to do that, and it's quite affordable also in India, I believe. And also, I think in the next few weeks, we'll have some deep dive sessions that we'll organize where you could learn more about the general ecosystem. We're not going to go into particular products. We may or may not. We haven't formulated anything, but that's in our thought.
Sure. To answer this thing, we are right now. ATEA is thinking about doing two, back-to-back 5-hour marathon webinar kind of a thing. So we will discuss more and come up with a plan. So that's something that we need to just announce today. And the next question is, what online tools can we use to get certified on our own? So Suchin, you want to tell like about Trailhead? What online tools can we use to get certified?
Yeah, there are several things. So the way we approach it is like.
Sachin, we cannot hear.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So it's
I think
so training.
I used one tool called Focus on Force. Focus on Force. www.focusonforce. But Andy, Suchin, you can answer.
So there are several things there from a certification, right? So I know, like, okay, start with definitely Trailhead. Go to like certification.salesforce.com. They actually create a really good path for many of the beginners to understand what it takes. And as Param mentioned, there are specific areas that you need to hone in on to get hands-on. So there are things which you need to do, not just like learn the concepts, but get your hands on. That is what is going to help you with certification, because they ask you those kind of questions. Then there are, of course, mock questions and all. Definitely there are a lot of things available. But again, you can do it like self-paced. You can do it through a lot of things that is available online, or you can do through classroom and or in-person trainings. There are several things out there. I mean, if but definitely the starting place, I would say, just go to like certification salesforce.com, and that's where you start. You understand like what is the path that Salesforce recommends, and then you can see like if it is something that I want to do on my own, or I want to get help from organization like Parameshwar, to see like how I can better make use of my time and be productive currently as I'm working also.
Sure. The
Mahendran,
next question
I have
is
one
asked by
point.
Miss Kavita. Yeah, yeah. Sure, sure. Please go ahead.
Uh, Padma Shekhar from Chennai is reminded me there is something called Salesforce Certification Days, which has a lot of content where Salesforce provides preparation time, right? Preparing for admin certification, preparing for advanced admin, marketing cloud, all these things, right? It's Salesforce provided content. I think it's virtual now, and that will be very useful for someone who's preparing for exam. Certification Days.
Sure. Thank you. Okay. So another question is, I have already got a certification. Can you please help me in job support? Definitely. I think this question is asked by Kavita. Kavita, please just send me the resume. I can forward it to Suchin, Andy, and Parameshwar, and in all my network. Definitely, we are all there to help each other. Please, you have got a certification which you have crossed a major hurdle. Definitely, it's just the time. You can definitely get the job very soon, and we can definitely help you and guide you. So the next question is there any training for Einstein analytics? Like Parameshwar, do you want to answer this?
So Einstein Analytics training is right now available through Salesforce as well as through Trailhead. I do not have an offer for that right now.
Okay.
The best
Yeah.
options.
Yeah,
So,
I can. So maybe what we'll do is across the different topics, right? Marketing cloud, commerce cloud, Einstein. I think there is definitely first thing is like go to Trailhead. There is certification.salesforce.com. I would definitely encourage use those two links, right? Because that's where you can actually get a lot of your basic questions answered. And then if you need more help from us, like you need specific areas where either something is not available to you, feel free to reach out to us. We are more than happy to help you.
sure. So the next question is asked by Durga Prasad. As a Salesforce business analyst, what is that we need to know? Suchin, do you want to answer?
Yeah, no, absolutely. So again, the Salesforce business analyst is a very powerful role and a very important role. So what you need to know is definitely you're applying your industry or your process best practices, right? So you may be a functional expert as part of certain industry where you know like how either the order processing or either some of the things around the industry in terms of either like inspection reports or things like that that come in, right? And so you are applying that on Salesforce. You are saying like how do you leverage not just how do you understand the business needs, but how do you at least formulate a solution that can be done on Salesforce? You are not actually building it, but you can actually build it also, like page layouts, record types, things which are more intuitive, configuration driven, are some of the things that business analysts always do. And in fact, the beauty of Salesforce is that you are able to quickly build your interfaces. You're quickly able to build your application and show it to your customers to validate whether it's correct or not. You are able to apply things which Andy and everyone we talked about, like approval process, workflows, and all. These are all configuration. There is no code there, and you're able to use that as part of applying the specific business rules within your application. So there is a lot of things that business analysts do, and in fact they are the ones who are kind of in the midst of ensuring the businesses are able to get what they need from the IT team.
Sure. I just want to answer like having 10 years of experience in Salesforce with 3 certifications. I see a lot of people, they are skeptic to do coding. Some kind of they have some kind of they have some kind of allergic or annihilation to the coding. For such people, like I would suggest, like just confidently go with Salesforce admin, whatever it is. If you wanted to survive in Salesforce ecosystem, get Salesforce admin certificate. That's what like Parameshwar also telling. Get a Salesforce admin. For that, you don't need to write any kind of a code. Without just coding, with just drag and drop, with some click, you can able to get a lot of things done. Salesforce admins is the first door that you wanted to enter. Even if you are a Salesforce BA, please feel free. Please just get Salesforce admin certified. That is the first thing. And app builder. For that also, you don't need to know any kind of you need to know a little bit of coding. Salesforce app builder certification, these 2 certifications I would strongly recommend. If you are also like wanted to go domain specific, just get certified yourself in Salesforce sales cloud certification. There is also another thing called service cloud certification. So if you have all these 3 certifications, I think you're creating more demand and niche for yourself. Yeah.
Exactly. And
So the
also
next
like we
question
have
is what
industry.
resources are available?
Yeah, we also have industries
Yeah,
cloud. So
please, Sachin.
in business. Yeah, no, I'm saying like we also have industry clouds, right? Like now beyond like sales cloud, service cloud, we also have industries cloud like healthcare, life sciences, fins, and government, and also people from that background also can. We are building up certifications
Sure.
even in those verticals. Yeah. Sorry, just that's the only point I want to
And
add. Go ahead, Mahendra.
one more thing, like when you go to the Trailhead, you will have some kind of a badges and also points, like I myself have like around 55,000 points and 55 plus badges. So a lot of people, they have like more than 300 badges kind of a thing. Just make it as a habit, like a daily or a weekly. Try to get some kind of 1,000 points or 10,000 points. Keep up a goal, like have a weekly goal to have some 5 badges or 10 badges. So that is something that it is monitoring tool. Even you can when you have some kind of a credentials in the Trailhead, you can even post it in your LinkedIn. So that is something that it will really be motivating kind of a thing. Please get into Salesforce Trailhead learning habit on a consistent basis. So the next question is, what resources are available to study on our own? And again, the answer is Trailhead. I think there is a lot of tools. Trailhead is the best resource to learn the certification. And next question is, sir, how to get a job opportunity in US with the Salesforce skill from India? So Suchin or Andy, do you want to answer this question? So there is a lot of other third party like freelancing. You can do definitely as a freelancing. Do you want to talk in that aspect, Suchin? How to get a job opportunity in US with the Salesforce skill from India?
Yeah, definitely. Maybe Andy can also point out, but there are, if you are a freelancer, again, given the visa situation, difficult to comment specifically what that means. But uh, we have a lot of freelancers, as Mahindran mentioned, right? If you have the skills and if a company is willing to sponsor, you have the market here. And again, it's a very sought after market, especially Salesforce skills are never like not in demand. I would say it's always in demand. So yeah, it's about the right skills and someone who can sponsor you. Then you should be able to make it happen. Andy, you have anything to add?
No, I have the same points. I think H1B is a steep ladder as opposed to when we all came to the US 20, 25 years back. It is become much more difficult now with the quotas and cost of filing and all of the. For example, if you move from one place to another, you have to almost refile H1B. So it's difficult that way. But in terms of Salesforce ecosystem, I think the opportunities are enormous. I mean, architect, for example, marketability will come with something like what Sachin has, right? If you're at least an application architect or a systems architect, your value is much higher, right? So
Yeah.
if you work hard on your certifications, I think that's one way of reflecting your abilities.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, we are all here to help support you. In fact, the certified technical architect, right? I was the first to get it, so it was something which I'm very passionate about to help others also in the journey. So I actually put together so many programs, not just in Salesforce, but also partner communities, right, where we are able to help individuals who want to take that path. And as Parmeshwar said, it is a difficult path, but nothing is impossible. I think that's, if you have the passion, if you have the enthusiasm to learn, Salesforce is an amazing. It can open up amazing doors for you, and it can create a very successful trend for you. It's just that you need to, make sure that you're disciplined, as Mahendran said. Learn Trailhead, put points there, and then, but equally passionate to that. I'm here to learn something new that will enable me to improve my career. So there is a lot of support. We're all here to
Sure.
support you.
I just wanted to share my personal journey. I'm a mechanical engineer. I just learned only very hardly like whatever in the academic curriculum, whatever people have taught, C, C++, and few Pascal. That's what I learned. I had the first 10 years in PHP. I was going through, and I just came to the US 2005, and until 2010, everything. And one day I really thought that I'm going nowhere. I thought I'm lost. And that was the time that I decided I wanted to learn some new skill set. And 2010 Salesforce was evolving, and I just learned self-taught myself. And that decision helped me to survive for another 10 years. And again, on another 10 years, I'm just again asking me a question. So what next? So I need to go next. So certification, I started taking more and more certifications. I'm in the path of taking application architect. So it's all about just you take a decision like what to learn. It's not just only the whoever has computer skill set can learn Salesforce. If you go to see like developer.force.com or Trailhead, people who are drivers, who are driving Uber drivers, your bankers in the bank, cashiers, they all have become admins, chefs. They were doing like chef, they got into admins. So it is not just definitely Salesforce administrator door is open to each and every one. It's all, if you have the passion and discipline, definitely, even why not, you can get into sales cloud, service cloud, business analyst. There is big ecosystem available, and even if you are in any technologies, definitely you can leverage all your expertise and channelize your energy to get into Salesforce. So that's definitely possible. Nothing is impossible in this Salesforce ecosystem. So let's
Yeah,
move to the next thing.
I want to
What are the non-technical? Yeah, please, Andy.
sorry. Yeah. No, permission this side, Mahendra. I want to add to that I have in my training classes, I have got nurses who are working in hospitals, like they are coming and learning Salesforce. So it's very, very different, field for them altogether from a non-technical, totally non-technical people who want to learn Salesforce because they are working in hospitals. They have using different technologies for their work, and they feel that Salesforce might help them, or can help their career path in becoming a business analyst there. So there are people coming in from very different background altogether for learning Salesforce. Even we are training some of the military, ex-military, or what do you call it, veterans in our training center. So those are people who are learning Salesforce with totally different background and no IT background as such. So that's all I want to add on to that. Thank you, Mahendra.
Okay. The next question is, what are the non-technical marketing specific certifications are good? Suchin, do you want to answer this question? What are the non-technical marketing specific certifications are good? Is it something like Paradot training?
Yeah. So the marketing cloud, I think that's what the question is like. So yeah, there is Pardot. In fact, the entire journey builder. If you think of what marketing cloud exact target is based on, it's very much configuration. So we can, go to again marketing cloud certifications, and you would see like there is you don't have to write a piece of code. In fact, it's targeted for marketers mainly because they are able to now create and configure it. And it's less for programmers. So marketing cloud is definitely for, I would say, substantially non coders, or pro coders. It's mainly for configuration, and if you have the marketing background, right, it'll be easy for you to kind of configure and even get certified on that.
Sure. And the next question is by Sriram. Thanks for the useful session. Would you have the recording of this session for those who couldn't attend? Definitely. We are going to post this thing in the YouTube, and we will share it to all the attendees, and it will be available for you to browse through. Next question is, do Salesforce certification help with the freelance consulting? Don't want a full-time job? Definitely. The answer is straightforward. Answer is there is a lot of freelance website. You could definitely, the certification would give a visiting card for you. It will create credibility. It is a visiting card for you. Definitely the certification is going to help. So in the interest of time, let us move on to the next question, and let us go through the new questions. Need more info on non-technical sales. I think it is a repeated question. I think let's move to the next thing. So this question is asked by Amrit. I'm a life science professional working in the life science research field, but would like to switch careers. What route would you suggest? Is it better to go on the business analyst or admin route? So, whom do you want to answer?
Yeah, I would just say, like, from an experience standpoint, definitely if you come from a non-technical background, getting into learning like administrator, Salesforce system administrator and all, and then getting into Sales Cloud and Service Cloud consultant. But I would say, like, that is a very quick ramp for you, because you will really understand and appreciate the kind of things Salesforce has to offer. But once you have that, right, the power of you having your experience and background of life sciences and applying that to the life sciences industry, right, where customers want it, is even more powerful. I think that's the thing that you need to be thinking of, is that, hey, I have this background. It's not like you're kind of just discarding it, or you're saying like, I'm just putting it out. Rather, you are trying to now say like, hey, how can I even make advantage of that with, in addition to having the Salesforce knowledge, right? I think that makes it even more powerful.
Right.
So definitely the thing that Salesforce Administrator, Sales Cloud, Service Cloud
Yeah.
is important.
Yeah, I want to add to that, Suchin, what you mentioned.
Andy,
And, sorry, I was just saying that.
I have a point.
Yeah, please go ahead. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Basically, Health Cloud is a good Health Cloud would be a good offering for him to learn. The other option is there are several app exchange providers who do healthcare related tools. For example, Catalyst is one of our partners. They do have a product called Catalyst Care, and there are quite a few others too. And also Medtronic, companies like Medtronic, there are very large life science providers. They all use Salesforce extensively for the last decade. So if that person targets those customers with his business knowledge of life sciences combined with knowledge of Salesforce, I think that will be the ideal fit.
Yeah, just I was adding to that point.
Parmeshwar, do you want to answer?
Yeah, I have some points. So I was saying that life science is again a very high growth market, as I'm observing from a SI perspective. And people with life science background are required. There are specific tools and products, as Andy was mentioning, which are required, which are very, very popular in life science domain, built on Salesforce, which are being used. So it will be good that you start with a admin certificate and then leverage your life science knowledge. That will be a killer combination you will have compared to a standard, just life science professional or things like that. So definitely you need to know the gimmicks of Salesforce. You can start with an admin, and then you can know more about Sales and Service Cloud and App Builder. And that way you can start thinking of your own functionality, how to build your own solution, or you can go to the App Exchange product and understand how does it work, whether it meets your requirement or not, and how to fix it. So there's a huge potential for you.
Yeah, in fact,
Sure.
like we have a cloud called Viva. Viva is actually a company, right?
Absolutely.
Completely
Viva
built on
CRM,
life.
yeah.
So that's the thing, right? If you have that background, you are absolutely in demand. And just imagine now adding that Salesforce credentials to it. As I said, it's going to make it even more powerful.
So I think Amrit, you need to pursue Viva CRM. That's the route that you need to take. It's best for you to start with Viva CRM. And the next question is from Mr. Ayappan. How long to train people from hiring if there is no coding language? I think anyone can answer. Parmeshwar, do you want to answer? Like even if there is no coding language, how long it takes to train people?
So we are right now providing 8 days certification or training classes. That is sufficient for you to be ready. Maybe 15 days more you want to rehearse and
Sure.
revise your courses after the training. So I will say 1.5 months is more than enough for you to take up certification training for admin.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Definitely for admin, if you are disciplined, this is the time to get admin certification. It takes like only like a month's time for you to just get certified in admin. Okay, the next question is from Mr. Srini. I don't think there are many jobs for Salesforce admin position. If I have just an admin certification, can you please help me get a job? So I can answer this question. So if you take a pyramid kind of a thing, for the Salesforce admin, I to acknowledge like think about system administrators or Linux administrators in a company like you will have if there are like 20 resources working, hardly like one or two admin is sufficient. Like but there is like more demand definitely for developers. In the pyramid they are in the bottom. I think like more opportunities for the developers. Definitely you can start with admin certifications, but if you add a business analyst credentials like Sales Cloud, Service Cloud, or like some kind of an another like some things like CPQ, those things can definitely help you. Just don't stop with Salesforce admin. You need to have some kind of a domain specific certifications, but definitely there are more opportunities for a developer. So Suchin,
So
do you want
I
to
want to
acknowledge this?
I want to add something on it, Mahindran, Parmeshwar. So I think there's a misconception of this admin thing. People believe that admin certificate will be like a Linux admin or a Unix admin or a Siebel admin. The admin scope and periphery is much bigger in Salesforce. Uh, Beside doing a depth Apex coding or JavaScript coding, rest all of the activities fall under admin. In my organization, again, I'm not naming it here, but we have got 3,000 plus consultants globally. Majority of them are admin certified, but they're all developers. They are developing objects, they're developing application, they're developing or defining your sales processes or your case management. So it covers a lot big variety. You are not restricting to user management or security management aspect of admin, but that is only 10%. 90% is building the app, data loading, data management, your sales cloud definition, record type definition, process flows, workflows, all those part of the admins only, and that's how the admin's getting the job. So don't think that admin you are just managing users only or profiles or things like that. You are building Salesforce application, maybe not be just touching the depth or in depth or complex coding that you can avoid, but beside that 90% of what you are doing.
Yes, that's very
Yeah,
accurate,
please
right?
just
Yeah, and think of
yeah,
that
please
as
go
like
ahead,
a
Suchin.
yeah. It's exactly what Parameshwar mentioned, right? Like it's a misnomer to treat like just an admin credential in a context of you're just being like managing a system or something like that. Rather, you're absolutely part of building the application, and you're kind of all the kind of governance and things also are attributed towards system administrators, right? How do you manage data? How do you ensure user access and everything is also there? You also pertain to security. So you learn a lot. And again, you never stop with admin, right? Admin is like an entry ticket to many more, right? So that's the way you need to think of like, okay, I get my basic degree, but then now how I can get to masters and advanced. That's the way, if you think of it, I think you can approach it in a very well manner and get better results out of it.
So to just summarize, admin is an entry door, but just don't stop with admin. That you can complement admin certification with domain-specific certifications, and definitely, please just go ahead with more and more. Have ambitious goal. So that's the answer that I wanted to give from my side. So next is Salesforce admin certificate can be completed in the Trailhead. So the straightforward answer is no. For the certification, you need to use certification.trailhead.com, but for the certification renewal, you can use Trailhead. In the last couple of months, I think for the renewal, you can use the Trailhead. And due to COVID-19 situation, whatever the certification due on the April 11th that has been postponed. Sachin, do you want to acknowledge and confirm, right?
Yeah, exactly. So every certification. So the good part about Salesforce is that it's not like you get a certification and you're done, right? Every like Salesforce has this discipline where we do product releases. At least 3 times a year we do that. I think we have been following it for since the existence of the company. So what we do is every release comes with new concepts and new things. So we ask people who have certifications to actually you need to upskill, or you need to kind of maintain the certification. We call them as maintenance exams, and which are offered actually on Trailhead. That's what Mahendran is mentioning. So again, it's making sure that you're not getting outdated. So that's the beauty of it, right? You learn, you get a certification, you maintain it, and because of the COVID-19, like there is an April deadline for people who have got their maintenance due in summer. We actually push that date so that we give them more time. So we also, anyways, we offer to help in such situations.
So
Right.
the next
Also,
question
the
is,
regular
Andy,
exams
you
are
can answer
online now,
this.
right? Okay.
That is
Yeah.
correct.
Do you have any data on opportunity in India? Andy, do you want to answer this question? Job opportunity, Salesforce job opportunity in India?
Okay. We don't have any data, but there is a huge demand for Salesforce developers everywhere in India, and it's a very, very key skill. So admin types, for example, we are building a consulting practice now after we built a development practice initially. So there is always a demand for good consultants, not necessarily pure admins, but people who can do the customer interaction, formulate or do design from requirement, right? So requirement translation to design needs knowledge of the platform, and someone who can interact with customer, think on their feet, good listening skills, and convert that into technical design that developers can do. So this someone I mentioning is an analyst / admin, not necessarily a developer, right? So the two classifications that I think have a lot of demand are analysts or consultants, right? Consultants who face the client, and developers / dev leads who can actually do execution, right? So whether it's process builder, or it's going to be an Apex trigger or scheduler or batch process or queue or whatever, right? Flex queues. So all these, the architecting of the solution and leadership definitely has very high demand anywhere on the planet.
Sure, we're getting more and more questions. Yeah, thank you, Andy. So we are getting more and more questions. So let us try to wrap in next 5 minutes. We already crossed 2 hours. So what are the Salesforce skills are in demand at present and in near future, like CPQ specialist? I speak German as well. Completed admin and sales cloud consultant. In specific, could you please explain job market in Germany and India? So the question is from Vignesh. Do you have any data on the European job market with regard to the CPQ specialist? Who wants to pick this question?
Yeah, I can touch on it briefly. So I can pull data from what it looks like from a Salesforce lens. Definitely, our partners can have their own this thing. But I would say, I'm also very close to our professional services team, and where we see the demand come up. Absolutely, CPQ is very hot in demand. I would say the other areas are FSL, like field service lightning. It's got a tremendous demand ever since we acquired a small company to ensure we are able to provide solutions for field consultants, field marketers, and people like that. The other area of definite demand is going to be Commerce Cloud, specifically Commerce Cloud, Marketing Cloud integration, and how do you really kind of tie in B2b, B2C commerce is coming up in a huge way, right? So those are three areas, at least from more of the clientele that I know, the portfolio that I manage, and the kind of things that our customers are asking for, right? I see that very much in demand.
Sure. And
Right.
Padma
The other
Shekhar,
thing is
thank you
MuleSoft.
for all
MuleSoft also.
Yeah, MuleSoft is also good demand for the integration. So Padma Shekhar, thanks for all the links that you have shared. I will definitely share it with all the users. The next question is from Logu Subsquare. I have 5 years of experience in Salesforce CRM. I'm planning to get an architect certification. Which one I have to get first? Application architect or system architect? Please suggest me. I have done PD1 and PD2. So
Yeah,
Suchin, do you want to answer this question?
yeah, it doesn't matter. You can get app certificate or system architect. Both are at the same level, so you don't have to get one before the other. What again? The idea is that you can actually become an application. You can be more focused on the application side of things, or you can say like, hey, I want to become more system side of things, integrations and whatnot. I want to be specializing there. But there is no dependency in terms of admin and system designer. I think both are at the same level. And of course, if you get both, then it qualifies you to actually get to the CTA.
Sure. So the next question is from Mr. Devanand Ramachandran. I'm working in credit card industry. Is there any specific cloud? Who wants to answer this question? I mean, the credit card industry, is there any specific cloud?
Yeah, so financial services, right? So it's becoming huge. In fact, like specifically, it's about like one is that area of financial services. Like a lot of companies trying to now, in fact, getting into retail banking, right? And retail banking, not just offering like the products, but able to transact certain things and all. That is also now we have started to see, right? And behind the chains, not just that. Now, Commerce Cloud, if you think of that, right? Credit card as an e-payment or a payment gateway, it really opens the door. So if you have a good knowledge of the credit card industry, I don't know if you have worked with like Pieces or First Data and companies or providers like that. Definitely, there are not just app exchange solutions, but also more and more there are solutions that are being leveraged as part of commerce, fins, or when I say fins, it's financial services, and those kind of like specific solutions that customers are looking to do. Andy, I don't know if you have
Sure.
any more things.
Thank you, Suchin.
Yes,
I think in the
there is
interest
a
of
product
time,
called
let's move
Mudex.
on. Andy, do you want to answer? Please go ahead.
Yeah, I'll make it quick. There's a product called Mudex that help maintain for a Florida client called Celestech, and they have clients of that product for industry. So those clients, as well as his product vendors, would find utilization for people with those skills, like First Data and other credit card processors.
Also, I wanted to suggest, like for Devanand, please look into financialforce.com. That's more related to finance-related thing. You can look at that was acquired by Salesforce long back. You can look into the thing. So the next question, like we'll take two more questions. Could you please explain about manufacturing cloud? Is there any certification available for Viva, Velocity, Suchin?
Yeah, manufacturing cloud, CPG as an industry is coming up big. In fact, going through my forward-looking statement and making sure everything over here is like we take decisions based on what is currently available today. So CPG manufacturing cloud is something Salesforce is building. So definitely manufacturing cloud from consumer product goods, retail, you can think of it. Then in terms of certification available from Viva, Velocity, absolutely. I know, especially Velocity because I kind of manage some of the partnership with some of their lead architects there. So they have Velocity as a solution designer and specific architect certifications. I don't know much about Viva, but I'm sure you should be able to find that out. They would have their respective certifications also. So yeah, I would say between the CPG cloud and looking up Viva and Velocity, I think you should be able to figure out like what is the path you want to take, right, as part of getting not just knowledge on the marketing cloud, but also manufacturing cloud, but also specific solutions that come out of Viva and Velocity.
Sure. So the next question is asked by Mr. Ashok. How many attempts are given in case if we fail in the exam certification? So I wanted to answer this question. I've taken like 3 certifications. So definitely there is always a fear of failing for everyone. But just I can tell like I have failed definitely in the while taking the Salesforce admin developer 2. So even I failed 2 times, but I was able to clear the next time. So, but here when you fail, like the first time you wanted to pay like $200, but for the Salesforce is giving 9 times opportunity to retake. You want to take like only like half of that amount. Like for example, If it is a $200 certification fee, you need to pay $100 for some of the certifications to do the retake. But for few of the things, I think it is 50%. You can just check it in the certification.salesforce.com. But there are 9 opportunities you can take with some kind of discounted price. So Suchin, is it right?
That is correct. Yeah.
Okay, but just don't think about failures. Definitely keep trying. It's not nothing is impossible. So the next thing is, could you please explain about so we answered the thing. So I have 2 years of SAP ABAP working knowledge in the past. If I wanted to start with Salesforce certification, should I start with admin? So I would like to take this question. So since you have already worked in ABAP, you should be ABAP is something like coding, like PL SQL kind of a thing. So you can definitely start with admin, but just don't stop with admin. Please get into Salesforce development. If you are a Salesforce ABAP developer, uh, definitely you can become a Salesforce developer, and you can start doing like coding, writing triggers, Apex classes, or even Lightning thing. Nothing stops you. So the next is there is somebody was asking FSC cloud. So do you have anything to talk about FSC cloud?
Yeah. So financial services. Yeah, financial services cloud, right? So we talked about that. What's the question?
Okay, fine. No, just they were asking about FSC. So the next is need the benefit of marketing cloud consultant. Focus is mostly technical field. What about venturing into marketing field? So need the benefit of marketing cloud
experience in
consultant.
digital marketing. Right. If that person has prior experience in digital marketing and marketing strategy, it's a great value add. But if you are a software developer trying to get into Salesforce, I would not recommend marketing cloud, because the chance of getting a position in marketing cloud will be lesser, and a lot of knowledge of marketing automation prior to that may be needed to act in a functional role.
Okay, so we have taken 2 hour 42 minutes. So I've asked the rating. So that's a good feedback. I got like 4.4 rating for this webinar out of 4.4 webinar, which was answered by 34 people. Thank you. And I'll stop with one last question. So please help with non-technical certifications as well. Suchin, do you want to answer this question?
Yeah, absolutely. Like non-technical certification, we've been like, as we discussed a lot, right? You don't have to be coming from any programming background to learn Salesforce. Right? It's for people who have interest in understanding cloud. A lot of things are declarative, so it's very intuitive. It's all drag and drop. It's all configuration. Learn the concepts through Trailhead and other means, and you are good to go. I mean, that's how easy it is. And then when you're applying your knowledge to certification, it's just as easy as it can get. So yeah, the certifications around system administrator, even platform builder, app builder, I believe the level 1 does not even have any coding, right? It's all about concepts around custom objects, workflows, process builder, and things like that. So while you're hands-on in terms of configuration, you're not hands-on in terms of code. But again, the opportunity to learn code is great. The way we see it is that 80% of the things are done declarative, 20% is done programmatic, right? So you are in the 80% if you're a non-coder. So you have vast amount of things to contribute to in terms of application development.
Sure. In the best interest of the time, I think it's time to wrap. So I have Mr. Lena Kannappan. I think he's a founder of he is a founder of ATEA. He joined the call, so I made him allow him to talk. Lena, can you able to talk? Mr. Lena, can you able to talk? Sorry, I think he has some technical challenge. So Lena, can you able to talk?
Yeah, okay. I was on this session. I think
sure.
In the most.
Yeah, we want you to give a thank you note. Yeah, please go ahead, Lena. We want to give a thank you note. Please share your feedback as well.
Yeah. Okay. First of all, thanks to all the speakers. I think Suchin, Andi, as well as Parmeshwar, right, all did a really great job. In fact, even personally, I learned some things new today about Salesforce and the market opportunity out there. This is our first of first in a series of webinars that ATEA is planning to do, and congratulations to ATEA Delaware chapter for organizing this. It's going to be very, very valuable to people, especially these crazy times. Everyone is just looking at their laptop and they have additional time to learn new things. And so again, thanks to you, Mahindran, for organizing this sort of wonderful webinars. I think there are more coming, I know, in the coming weeks. So from ATA's perspective, I'd like to encourage everyone to become a member and also continue to avail the benefit of these webinars, and reach out to. There are a lot of experts, and I think what you heard today is just an example of people with knowledge and market connections who are willing to come forward to give back to the community. So I appreciate, and I wish everyone, hope everyone is staying safe at home and healthy, and good luck to all. Thanks, Mahinda.
Thank you, Lena. Thank you, everyone. We had around in the peak, we had more than 65 plus people attended the call, and we had got good feedback. So we are just going to continue and let you know the follow-up sessions. So I also have Mr. Velankani Raj. Raj, do you wanted to share some feedback with regard to this Salesforce webinar?
Oh, thank you. Are you able to hear me?
Yes.
Okay, great. This is Raj, Mahimi Raj. Thank you for all the speakers. I'm part of the ATEA Core Committee of Pennsylvania Delaware Valley. We're very happy that a lot of people participated and benefit out of it. That's very important. And please feel free to follow up with the speakers for more information. Their contact information will be shared with you. And I really thank all the speakers and the host. And thank you for the participants for your continued support. And we hope and pray that all of you are keeping safe given the situation, and have a nice weekend. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you all. Thank you, Mahindran.
So thank you very much. We'll have a follow-up session. We'll thank you, and I thank you, Mr. Suchin Rengan and Mr. Parameshwar and Mr. Andi Giri. Special thanks to Andi. He joined from India. So thank you all the attendees, and thank you ATEA for providing this opportunity on the platform. We will have a follow-up session, and I'll send you the recording. Thank you, everyone. Please stay safe, stay at home. Everything will pass, and time is the heal. Thank you.
Thank you, Mahindra, and thank you, everybody.
Thank you, everyone.